Beginner's Guide to the Age Pension. I've just woken up early on this Sunday morning, have gone for a swim with some inspiration. What is the age pension? It's a payment that you get from the government. It's around $30,000 per person. Varies if you're a single or a couple. To get the age pension, there are some requirements. The main one being that you have to reach the age of 67, and they do look at your financial position. When it comes to your financial position, they run one of two tests to determine how much you'll get. They look at your assets. They also look at your income, and then they do a test on each to determine which one is more stringent. Assets include things like cash, term deposits, super, shares, but what it doesn't include typically is the family home that you live in for most people. What that means is that if you're like a lot of Australians and most of your wealth lies in your family home, so let's just say you've got a $2 million family home with $200,000 worth of superannuation, let's say, then there's a good chance you might actually get quite a lot of age pension, if not the full age pension. So that's the asset test. The other test that they run is the income test, which that includes income such as employment income's the most obvious one, but also annuities can be income, foreign pensions are very common income sources, and another big one is rental income. Gets a little bit more tricky when it comes to things like superannuation and deemed assets, but in a nutshell, the more you have, the less payment you get from the government. Outside of the actual $30,000 payment that you get from the government in terms of the age pension, you also get a whole raft of other benefits. If you're entitled to even $1 worth of age pension, you get a pensioner concession card, and then your rates become cheaper. Rego becomes cheaper. Allied health medical expenses become significantly less, and that thing can be worth thousands and thousands of dollars to a lot of people. The age pension basically works on a sliding scale where there's an immediate cutoff point where up to a certain point, you get the full rate of age pension, and then as you gradually get more and more assets or your income increases, then you start to get less age pension until the point that it becomes zero, and that's when you hit your cutoff. One thing that I see is that especially when people are on part pensions, they don't actually realise how much that they're entitled to. They're often receiving the wrong amounts of age pension, or they don't fully realise all of the strategies they can put in place to get more age pension. That's why it's really important that you go and talk to someone who knows all about the age pension and what are some of the rules that you can put in place to get more of it, or make sure that you're getting the correct amount so you don't have to overpay or have to have a debt to Centrelink. That's a really quick guide to the age pension in Australia.